dawn, it's a new day. Some things are different, but nothing has changed. Still got my number, still got my name. Tell everybody I'm back in the game. This is my time, faster than ever, hungry and I'm going to come back and take what is mine, bigger and better. It's a new dawn, it's a new day. Some things are different, but nothing has changed. Still got my number, still got my name. Tell everybody I'm back in the game. In the saddle, cut to the chase. I ain't somebody who stays in one place. Ready to go, I'm coming to play. You better know I still got something to say. It's a new dawn, it's a new day. Some things are different, but nothing has changed. Still got my number, still got my name. Tell everybody I'm back in the game. couldn't handle. No one else could ever hold a candle. Get ready for a battle, cause you know
After a nice week break off last week, we are back to coverage. Welcome to the NC811 Call Before You Dig Cup Series, sanctioned by the SIM500 Esports Racing League. We are ready to go. Yeah, boom, boom, Michigan. And tonight, we're excited. Yeah, sorry, John. That was like a squirrel moment, man. I saw the car fly by. I got excited, man. I'm like a dog chasing cars in the broadcast booth. At one time, this place was considered one of the fastest racetracks in NASCAR or even motorsports. And now we're ready to unleash them here tonight. Welcome to the 200-mile, 100-lap round of the SIM500 NC811 Call Before You Dig Cup Series. Tonight is, of course, round number 20. Michigan International Speedway, a 3-week stretch before we take off for Labor Day and come back for the playoffs in the round of 20. Good evening. I am Wesley Outland. John Muschin Jr. is alongside after a week off. Charles Wooten pushing the buttons, ready to go. And we're ready at Michigan. John, you've been giving us some stories and updates of things we're going to be watching. This could be a very interesting race tonight at Michigan.
Absolutely. Wesley, these cars, these next-gen cars, you and I know this all season long, have been kind of a handful for everybody to wrap their minds around. And, you know, you touched on an interesting point earlier, how fast this track was just a few years ago. We saw the Cup cars getting down into turn 1, 217 miles an hour. Well, this week we're looking at about 195 going down into the corners. But the problem is this setup is so tight that they're running tonight. And I've talked to like 6 or 7 guys down in the pits that even though they can go 47, 48 laps on fuel, their tires won't make it, but maybe to 25 laps. So we're going to see probably a little bit different driving style than what we're used to with these guys tonight. I don't know how aggressive they're going to want to be. They're probably going to want to try and feel out how this car is going to react in the pack racing that we'll see tonight. So your guess is as good as mine as to what kind of, action we'll see on track for the first few laps.
Should be exciting and interesting and fun to watch. Let's take a look at the weather conditions as we get you set for tonight's race.
All of the above.
All of the above. 79 degrees, air temp, wind speed 2 miles an hour, and the track temperature is up again under partly cloudy skies, sun over the racetrack right now. So 200 miles, 100 laps is the distance. I guess I got to say this, especially with the worry of if the cars are going to stay together, if the tires are going to stay on the cars. John, patience. You got to have patience here. One of the keys to the race to win.
Absolutely. And we've got some guys in this field like David Comstock that are experts at saving the tires, being patient, not being overly aggressive in the first half. Man, I've seen Dave Comstock run in the back of a 40-car field an entire race and still wind up winning because he took care of his car all night long. So that's going to be the key to victory, I think, tonight, is the guys that can take care of that car, keep it off the wall, keep it out of the other guys on track. Keep the fenders on it, as they say, right, Wesley?
All right, so again, we look at everything going into tonight's race, and again, it's crunch time, John. And to throw more back to you again, you're going to go from Michigan tonight, Watkins Glen Road Course racing next Monday night, and then we prepare for the wild card, just like it is in the Cup Series. the race weekend decide the run for the playoffs before they go to Darlington. The same can be said for us in SIM500, Daytona. And these are 3 races that, you know, you really don't know what type of product we're going to see, especially because of the car. Do you kind of find that it's kind of strange that we're almost in mid-August? We've been running this series since February, and we still ain't got this car figured out yet, John.
No, I'm not surprised by it. I mean, this car, when you stop and think about it, is an entirely new beast to what we drove last season. You know, it's, I mean, completely redone vehicle in real life and in sim racing, because iRacing had a lot of input from NASCAR when they modeled these cars in virtual reality. So no, I'm not surprised by it. I mean, you look at the real life racing, these guys are still trying to figure it out in real life too, almost 2/3 of the way through the season, and they're still having all kinds of growing pains, if you will.
I like it. I think it's cool. 200 miles, 100 laps coming up here tonight at Michigan. Qualifying will be coming up here very, very soon, and that'll set the lineup for what will be their 200 miles, 100 lap feature. Obviously, we're not at the over 40 car bracket like we've been earlier in the year, so no last chance race, if you will, to determine things. They're going to qualify, and then, of course, from there on, best lap put down, determine who's going to be on the pole. As right now, qualifying is on the clock right now. 5 minutes to clock. Put yourself in a fast time. Then they get a little 1-minute warm-up session, John. So yeah, man, who are some drivers you think we're going to see? Who could be a breakthrough driver? Could Eric Arnold in your Voodoo Graphics car, by the way, shout out to his company, finally win at Michigan tonight?
Me and Eric had a great race last night working together. Eric's got this car figured out, I'm telling you. He's definitely got to keep your eye on. But let's, you know, instead of looking at who we think could be fast and maybe be a first-time winner, let's look at the points, because I think that's going to determine who we see being aggressive. You just talked about 3 races left to get into the playoffs. You got here at Michigan, Watkins Glen, and then Daytona. And those last 2 races are in everybody's book is going to be a wild card. So this race tonight will be the one where the guys who are struggling to get into that top 20 are really going to want to focus on hopefully getting as good a finish, possibly win as they can. We're talking about Justin Mons, Nelson Rivera, Glenn Campbell, Bobby Wetzel, and even Doug Roth down there in 24th. Eric Arnold, my guy, in 25th. They are less than 60 points apart from that 20th spot back to Eric.
And every race counts, every lap counts,
absolutely.
And every position counts at the end.
So I think if you look at the point situation going on back there in that lower 20, those are the guys that you're going to see probably taking gambles tonight on fuel runs, or maybe being a little more aggressive than we normally see them. So I think those are the guys you probably want to keep your eyes on tonight.
So suffice to say, could you say if you're in the top 30 in the point standings, maybe the Scott Stencil on back, you've got a shot, honestly? I mean,
mathematically
if you win, you're in.
Mathematically speaking, I think the cutoff would probably be around Charles Woods in 27th.
Okay.
Being honest, you know, you've got a pretty stout field tonight, and the competition here is stellar. We've seen it all season long. So
and that's heartbreaking, John. If it's somebody
really
like Randy Yoakum that's only 10 points out of the cutoff, and he can't make it into the top 20 because there's such a close cluster of drivers that are literally fighting for that 20th final position.
Exactly. You hit it right on the nose right there.
Honestly, it's like NASCAR, the Cup Series yesterday at Richmond. There's one spot left for the taking to determine who's going to the round of 16.
And if we get a first-time winner, guess what? That spot's gone.
That's right. And then what do? Do you give a maybe let 17 go in?
That's it. Like Cody said, you pack it up, and I mean, it's just like any other year though. When you stop, look at the year that Junior almost made it to the final round of playoffs, but didn't, but still came back and took the first win in Martinsville.
Missed it by 1 point, I think.
Yeah. Wow, look at that pole sitter. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Sorry, I know I'm supposed to be unbiased up here in the booth, but I like Eric. I've spent some time with him as a teammate so far this season in our Xfinity series. He's a great guy. He's got his head wrapped around this sim thing pretty well.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
And I want good things for the guy. I really do. And that's a great qualifying lap, by the way. My goodness. 39.3. That came out of nowhere.
Daniel Falkingham now. We'll see what he can do. Falkingham, he's got in 15 races so far, 7 poles, 6 wins. 10 top 5s and 12 top 10s. He's got the points lead. 53 on Kevin DeBrown. And here comes Falkingham working his way. January 31st, Chevrolet start finish. Where will he be? Wow. 18th. Got to pick it up. Holy cow, John. Looks like even Falkingham's struggling a little bit.
I'm sorry, my mic just fell. Give me a second. Oh, I'm struggling. It's been a rough Monday for me. Yeah, hey, look, man. You know, we've seen it time and again. Falkingham's armor has a few chinks here and there, Wesley. He's not the invincible dragon we considered him to be for the longest time there, the first start of the season. I mean, the guy was winning everything in pretty much every series, and he's struggling lately. But we'll see what he can do with it. I mean, let's not count the guy out. We've seen him get destroyed at Dover, still come back and almost win the race. So, yeah.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, their time is running out here in qualifying. Less than 30 seconds to go. And look at Macklin just put it on the pole. Holy cow.
Wow.
Brian Macklin, 39.32. 2,000s faster than even Eric Arnold.
That's some amazing lap times, man. Oh, Edson decided to not take. But see, the problem is that he's already crossed the line. I think he's going to run out of time too, isn't he? He did get third fastest, so that's good. I mean, wow.
All right, so qualifying, it looks like it is over, and it is going to be a 39.32 for Brian Macklin. As now they're going to get that quick little 1-minute session if they choose to come out on the racetrack.
This is where you see guys doing 100 miles an hour down pit road just to get around.
Definitely, definitely. Wow. Man, I'm telling you, though, don't take anything away. 39.32 for Brian Macklin, but 39.34 for Eric Arnold. That was a statement. You mentioned how good he is here at Michigan, John. I mean, that got to make you feel good right now.
It does, and we talked pre-race. He's aware of the tire issues himself. He did a 30-something lap run in practice, and he was not real happy with how tight the car is. And that is really the consensus throughout the garage tonight is this setup is just extremely, extremely tight. So these guys are going to have to really take it easy on the tires and really try to nurse this thing around as long as they can, because we've got how many laps here tonight? 100 laps, and if you only have 3 sets of tires, guess what, man? You can't pit often, you know what I'm saying, and take 4 tires every time you pit.
200 miles, 100 laps here at Michigan. We're in wine country, the Irish Hills. Virtual iRacing on LSRTV. Let's give you the starting lineup. Macklin, 39.32 to a 39.34. Wow, close was qualifying. That's row number 1 here tonight. Row 2, Trey Edson in the 7 to the outside. Bentley Glazier in the 18, the Bristol Dirt winner. Row 3, Daniel Falkingham in 39, Tyler Dalton in the 19. Row 4 tonight, we'll find Justin Fuller in 51, Nelson Rivera in the 22. And to round out the top 10, Elliott Henderson in 37. Kevin Brown, second to the points, ready to go in 93.
And coming in on row 6 inside, Dave Comstock. We talked about him earlier. Great at saving tires. Outside of him, Jose Gonzalez, the Macho Taco in the 26. Inside row 7, we've got Justin Mons in that 49. He's hanging on to that top 20, Wesley, but barely. His outside, Bobby Wetzel, one of the guys looking to take that top 20 spot away from him. Inside row 8, Scott Simley in the 12 car. Jimmy Coleman to his outside in the 54. Inside row 9 is going to be Chad Coleman, no relation, by the way, 38 car. Outside of him, Brian Wortman having a really good qualifying run right there. Outside of row 9 and inside row 10, Mike Kelly, the 2 car. Rounding out your top 20 is going to be Robert Frieri, the 3rd, and that's 77.
Row 11, Andrew Theft in the number 90 machine. To the outside, Jose Medina, car number 24, row 11. Row 12, we'll find Byron Daly of the 06, John Fowler in car number 48. Row 13 tonight, Tommy Ryan in 99, Ron Hollyfield in the number 1. Row 14, Richard Beasley, the Tide Ride. What a phenomenal show he put on in Atlanta. And Daytona Cup pole winner, Josh Parker in 81. And the round out row 15, Doug Roth in 43, Charles Woods in the 40-30 cars. Row number 16 will find Joey Jatina, Alabama native, and Mike Montesi in the 632 drivers, along with Randy Yoakum, Glenn Campbell, the Rhinestone Cowboy, Racing Star, Kevin England, Doug Sigmund. Row 18, row 19, Jeff Ryan and Dwight Beverly. And that is the rest of the lineup with Gerald Livingston. Sorry about that, John. I thought it was going to be like close to 30-something drivers. I didn't realize it was going to go to 40 cars, so I took your,
That's all right, buddy.
row by row by row. I didn't realize that, brother.
Campbell and Brian Wortman decided to start from pit road, so that'll scramble.
Like, what the man? What's he doing? It's fine.
That's all right.
Good. Pace cars in, brother. We're ready. Michigan, 3 races counting also tonight to determine the round of 20 in the SIM500 playoffs. Field comes to the Geico starter box. Green flag goes in the air. And ladies and gentlemen, you have a virtual race. We are underway here at Michigan.
Wow, Macklin got a great start right there. Sticks to the inside, going through turns 1 and 2. Meantime, Arnold the outside, 3 wide right now, almost 3 wide. But Edson in the middle, Falkingham in the. I'm sorry, Edson down low, Falkingham in the middle. Edson gets out of that, but he's still 3 wide behind him.
Back straightaway into turn at number 3. It's Macklin, Edson, Arnold, Fuller, and Falkingham. They'll send it to the 3rd turn. They're 3 and 4 wide already in the opening lap of this race. And remember, John, in Northwest truck races, we saw the same type of scenario with these guys. They put on a show quickly, 2, 3, 4 wide in the opening laps.
Yes, they did. The big difference, though, is for whatever reason, their truck setups weren't quite as tight as the car setups. And we're already seeing, like an example here, Eric Arnold falling to the back. I see 3 or 4 more guys inside the server just kind of falling to the back. They're going to try and take it easy and maybe make these tires last a little bit longer. But in the meantime, up front, you've got guys like Macklin and Edson that are putting down almost qualifying time. It's crazy.
All of this happening now as they work their way back out of turn number 2 to the back straightaway. And all this happening now back out of turn 4 with Macklin the leader in the 30 car. Edson 2nd. There's Falkingham to 3rd. And quickly now, what was 3 and 4 wide, now fans out single file, and they stay to the bottom of the racetrack off turn number 2.
Off turn number 2, we see it. They have really closed up on Macklin. Macklin is not really getting out to the lead we thought he would here. Edson pulls right up on that bumper. Falkingham right there in 3rd place, all kind of nose to tail. You got Fuller back there in the 51 car making a move on 4th. Right now, your top 10 is Brian Macklin, Trey Edson, Falkingham in 3rd, Fuller 4th, Henderson 5th. Eric Arnold has fallen back to 6th, hanging out right there. 7th is Comstock. 8th is going to be Glazer. Tyler Dalton right 9th. Just got passed by Nelson Rivera in the 22, so put Dalton back to 10th, Rivera up to 9th. That's your top 10. Kevin DeBrown hanging out back there in the 11th spot right now. We right on board the 51 car of Justin Fuller, sitting back here in 4th, looking forward towards Falkingham in that 39. These guys are all nose to tail right now. Let's take a look at some times real quick. Now, we started this race off the first lap under. Here we go. Last lap times, 39.7. Already losing a little bit of time from that first lap to this lap here. And you're going to look at probably about a second and a half, 2 seconds between now and lap 20-25. Like I said, this setup wears these tires down real fast. Saw a little wiggle right there out of the 39 car of Daniel Falkingham. Allows Fuller to pull right up to his back door. Maybe thinking about making a challenge here for that spot. Going down into turn 3. Looks like he's going to back off a little bit. They can just stay in line right here. What they're going to try and do probably is maybe gap themselves between, 4th and 5th and maybe try and pull out a little bit here and get themselves alone. Around lap 5 out of 100, folks. And it's going to be a hot one as we right now on board with, I'm betting that's Bentley Glazer in that Mountain Dew car. I'm right. I tell you what, Bentley comes out here with a different paint scheme every week, but it's always the same sponsor. It's some sort of Mountain Dew product. So hats off to him. At least he sticks with the product he likes. Or some of these guys do. Meantime, he's given up a spot there to Tyler Dalton in the 19 car. Move Glazer back to, I think maybe he was trying to challenge that spot, actually. Now, Bentley actually started up a little bit further than that, but has given up a few spots. About 8 spots since the race started. And again, he's probably just trying to take care of his tires. We're starting to see guys really push out towards the wall right there. That's an indication of how tight this paint job is. Now we're going to go 3 wide. Byron Daly in the middle of this one. Down low, you got Jose Medina. Daly squeaks through. Now Daly's in the middle of Glazer and Jose down low. Gonzalez, the 26 car right there. Byron Daly making some moves. Byron started this thing way back there in 23rd. He's up to 10th right now. There you see Chad Coleman in the 38 car making a move right there. He's taking that spot away from Glazer. You got the 26 car still trying to get by down there on the inside. I don't know if Bentley's got issues or, again, if he's just trying to save some tires there. What was that, Cody? I'm sorry. No, he's not. Falkingham's trying to take the second spot away from him. Like Cody just said in my ear, he's not worried about saving those tires right now. Down on the inside, way down there, down at that bottom line, trying to get this car to turn a little bit better for the turn, make a challenge for that second spot. He might even make a challenge for the lead now. Down the backstretch, Falkingham takes the lead. He's going to squeak right up in front of Macklin and put Falkingham from third to first in half lap. And here comes Arnold now down the inside. I think Eric's tired of saving his tires. He's already gained 3 spots since we last looked at him. Down the inside now of Trey Edson trying to take that spot away. It's a great fight right here. Look at this. I hope they don't door bang each other right there. Right behind them, you see Henderson in that 37 car just watching all this unfold. And Arnold's going to squeak up in line there, getting behind Edson in the 7 car. So we have Falkingham leading now. Macklin in second, Edson back to third, Arnold fourth, and Henderson's going to round out your top 5. And I'm getting word from the booth that Coleman's having some connection issues. Let's zoom in on him real quick. And a good indication of that is when he engages in his stealth mode, as I like to call it, and the car just disappears off track all of a sudden. And that can be kind of distracting the guys on track and really disconcerting when the guy that you're racing right next to suddenly disappears and maybe half a track later reappears inside your car. It's not fun at all. I've done it a few times. Had it done to me. And here goes Eric Arnold down to the inside now on Macklin. Macklin quickly falling back, and it looks to me like 10 laps in, Macklin has used up those tires and starting to give up some spots to guys that were maybe taking it just a little bit easier for the first 10 laps. Arnold not quite able to make that pass down the backstretch. Going to tuck back in behind Macklin now. What Eric Arnold's got to be careful right here, though, is he's got to be careful he doesn't burn those tires up trying to make these passes and winds up giving up what little advantage he's got now. A little bit less wear on his tires from taking it easy. In the meantime, back here behind him, you got Rivera making a challenge to Brown on the outside. Still watching Eric Arnold, however, try to take this spot away from Brian Macklin, who led the first few laps here. Macklin, though, is falling back. It looks like Arnold might be able to make this pass here and clear him now on exit of 1 and 2 and slide up right in front of him. And folks, we are just going to take a real quick, can we do side-by-side, Cody? We're going to do a side-by-side so you don't miss any of the action on screen. We'll take a quick break and try and figure out if Wesley is stuck at the concession stand or what. We'll be right back, folks. Stay tuned.
This tree is going to look great here.
Did you call 811 to protect your underground utilities?
I can't wait to see these roses come up.
Dig, dig, dig! Wait, we forgot to call 811.
Before you dig, make sure you can. Call 811 to know what's below. It's up to all of us to protect the ones we love.
This is our series,
so many different pieces that you have to watch out for.
where the stakes are always higher,
$300,000.
where virtual meets reality,
How bad do you want it?
They're wasting no time getting at it.
where the best thrive and the flawless win. This is the eNASCAR Coca-Cola iRacing Series.
Hey, it's broadcast personality Wesley Outlet up topside at one of the great racetracks of the world, the Caraway Speedway. And I'd like to remind you to join us every Wednesday afternoon at 1 p.m. Eastern to 3 p.m. Eastern with coverage of Finish Line, where we talk to everybody from NASCAR to grassroots, like right here at Caraway Speedway. Carolina's Fox Sports Radio affiliates, iHeartRadio, and on the Community Radio Network at 87.5 FM. And remember, thanks to Live Sim Racing Productions, you can actually see the guest panel, ask their questions, get interactive with us with comments and so much more in our chat box. Finish Line every Wednesday. Join us every week.
Welcome back to Michigan, folks. You didn't miss a whole lot here. And by the way, we've had some crazy stuff happening on track. As you saw on the split screen there, Fowler ducked down pit road. But let's go back just for a second. I'm going to tell you what happened. I don't know if we had the replay on it, but it looks like the guy that was running fourth place, Justin Fuller, having a great run. Not sure what happened, but it looks like he got into the wall on exit of corner on the back stretch, which we kind of figured was going to happen. These cars get really, really super tight right about now. And that was about maybe 6 laps ago. Then when he tried to get back down on pit road, maybe to change out tires or fix some things, it did not go well for him. He spun out. We're going to replay of it right here. Yeah, look. That's him right there. He's already gotten to the wall. Now watch when he tries to get down onto pit road. It just kind of snowballs for him from there. And I've had this before where you're angry at yourself. You're mad because you think you damaged your car a little bit. And so he's going to come into pit road just a wee bit on the hot side. And oops. And see what the big problem is right there. What happened, folks, there's a bump as you come into pit road. And these cars don't like bumps. He was coming in pretty hot and fast, trying to get on pit road, get the damage fixed, get back out there, and lost it. Unfortunately, decided he was backing in. So, well, I think we found our friend Wesley.
I am. I'm back with you. And by the way,
so did you bring me a snow cone?
No, I did not. No.
You're fired.
I did not step away for good things. I can promise you that. Storming and tree limbs fell on my car.
Oh no!
So yeah, so that's what
you need to go, buddy.
No, hell no, we're good. 16 of 100 laps right now.
Well, what you've missed is Eric Arnold made a comeback. He's third. The guy that was running fourth, Justin Fuller, got into the wall outside of turn 2 there, and then got into a wreck on the pit road. So he's out. John Fowler has also disconnected, so we've lost a couple guys. Glenn Campbell, who was looking to have a good run tonight because points, man. Points count. He needed a good run tonight. He's out of the race. Technical issues. So it's been crazy while you left us, man.
Wow. 17 of 100 laps. And that's the conga line of outside single file battle, except for your buddy Arnold trying to poke out the line and make a move on Edson's car. Henderson right there behind it. Macklin too. You know, and I mentioned this in the Northwest Series a lot. And obviously we got the Cup race at Richmond tonight. But coming up here later on, but I mentioned this also in SIM500 too, John, and then that is the fact that these drivers, some of these names, we've known this year struggle, be caught up in accidents, have problems, hang in the back. As we progress into the postseason, these drivers are now showing their strengths, being up in front and being contenders for that matter in the late rally to possibly try to win a race.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, a lot of that falls, Wesley, to the fact that, like we kind of touched on at the beginning of the show, some of these guys are still learning how to drive this car. So you'll probably see this as the season progresses for all these series that we do these broadcasts for in the next-gen car, that as they get more and more comfortable in this car, understanding what it can and can't do for them, you'll see a lot of guys start to, like, how do you put that? The cream will rise to the top? Yeah?
Oh, yeah, the cream will rise to the top, baby, yeah.
I don't know what's wrong with Cody down in the booth, Wesley, but we might need to call somebody for him.
That was Macho Man Randy Savage. Come on. You knew who it was, John.
Step into it. We're going to get sued. Let's stop that. Anyway.
Maybe it wasn't my best Randy Savage, but I thought it was close.
Falkingham still has a lead, but I tell you what, Edson is he gets right up to his bumper, Wesley, but when it comes to passing him, it's so hard because we're 20 laps now, into this 100-lap race, and this is about the time we talked about where these tires are just done. The tires are just, we're done with you guys. We don't want to be here anymore. Get rid of us.
Falkingham, Edson, Arnold, Henderson, Macklin, right there with each other, staying it to the outside lane to the back straightaway. No one jumping out of line yet. Yeah, down to the inside. Look at Falkingham now making his move.
I gotta wonder if clean air isn't really the best for these cars in this situation, because he seems to be running fairly good lap time still. He's fallen off quite a bit. I mean, we're talking almost 2 seconds now since the start of this race. But he seems to be really smooth. But in the meantime, I've seen Arnold wiggle really bad. Henderson behind him almost spun out. A lot of these guys are starting to get real loose now. These tires are wearing out.
Single file now for the time being. Everybody stays to the back straightaway up against the outside safer wall barrier, except now for Arnold. He'll jump out of line, and obviously Falkingham, he can't go 2 lanes to block. He's got to pick 1 lane, and he goes to the bottom, and then he gets right back up on the top side, working out of turn number 4 as they come back to start finish. 20 laps completed. Henderson to the inside of the run on Arnold, and he'll carry also. Macklin with the mid-30 as that goes into turn number 1, John.
I'll tell you what, I don't think Henderson appreciated the closing of that door so rapidly there by the 31 of Eric Arnold. Meantime, look at this little brouhaha, little scrum we got shaping up back here in the form of the 06. Byron Daly in that silver bullet, and Macklin trying to make a comeback. Macklin led the first 5 or 6 laps there, Wesley, but quickly fell back, I think because he was either trying to save his tires or he may have worn them out. I don't know. But right now he's still kind of hanging out right there in the bottom half of the top 10.
All of this happening now as they work back through the tri-oval. Wetzel now just saw the 9 car starting to poke his way in the fray as that goes on into turn number 1. Falkingham, Edson second, closing in just a little bit more. Here comes Arnold now. That goes on into turn number 2.
Now through turn number 2, we're watching this little conga line. These guys trying to figure out how the best way to get by the guy in front of them is. And I mean, it's going to be hard, Wesley. These tires have given up so much speed already, so much grip lost. Track temperature still in the 120 area, 123 area, so you know it's kind of slick out there. It's going to be, passing is going to be very difficult at this point in the run. And we talked about this. They could actually go 47 laps on fuel, but the tires, that's just not going to happen. Look at him pushing.
Pushing that car at the racetrack. Pushing and bump drafting, tandem drafting. And to be honest with you, though, John, we saw something like that similar with the Northwest last week as well.
Yeah, and the reason they do that is not to help them go faster. What happens is when you push that car in front of you down into a turn that much faster, they get that much tighter. So what you're hoping for is that you get them pushed down there and so hard that they wash up and you're able to squeak underneath them there. Trust me, he's not drafting with him to benefit himself. He's trying to get that car to maybe wash up and get a little bit tight on entry.
Making that move up the racetrack again as they come back to start finish. John Muschin Jr. from Louisiana.
Yes.
Saints got a win on Sunday.
Yeah.
And the Steelers did too.
Okay.
So did the Panthers. I don't know about Dallas, the Texas.
Oh, the Cowgirls.
I don't think Charles cares for the Cowboys of football anyway. So.
I don't think Charles knows what a football is.
Uh-oh. Sorry.
Wow. Shots fired. Oh my goodness.
Cowgirl cheerleaders or the foot.
Oh.
Wow. We cannot repeat what he just said on my
air, okay? But we can't talk about Arnold one more time, challenging for second place. Wow, slings it down in there. Turn 1's going to wash up a little bit, but still manages to take it down to the inside of Falkingham now. Could he do the same thing Falkingham did? Maybe take 2 spots in 1 lap? We're going to find out right here. He's
going
to
go 3 wide.
He's not going to get any help, though. He's not going to get any help on the outside.
Edson up the outside, though. It's like they're playing ping pong with one another. And the 31 of Arnold's Pac-Man.
Gobble, gobble.
That's Thanksgiving. It's single file, by the way. Daly and now Henderson 2x2 behind one another. Along with Rivera trying to stick in there. Here comes Comstock. All of this happening. Lap 27 of 100. We're a quarter of the way through here. That is a good-looking car.
Well, thank you.
Daly's car. And by the way, John created it.
I just like the silver. I mean, that came out splendidly. I must say.
Dude, when I see that car, I think of Sterling Marlin and then Jamie McMurray.
No doubt, right? I may or may not actually have a can of the inspiration that I got for that car sitting right next to me. Wow, look at him put that thing down at the turn right there to make that move on Edson for 3rd spot. Let's see if he can make it stick. If he can, he's going to take that spot away from Edson, slides up in front of him. Wow, what a move, Wesley. That was some serious aggression right there.
Falkingham, Arnold, Daly, Edson, Henderson. That's the way it stands right now. Single file. We've got a guest tonight. My son Nathan is joining me in the booth alongside. And Nathan, pretty good racing so far. I think he's more talkative this time in his life, actually, though. I think he's actually become a fan of the sim world. What's up, buddy?
All right. Nathan, are you the one that dropped the tree on your dad's car?
No. No, unfortunately, he didn't. It's the weather, man. It's been storming like crazy, man. And I'll tell you, behind that has been a nice little cold front.
Yeah,
I don't know how it's been in Louisiana, but it's been beautiful here.
Brother, right now it's 80 degrees in my house. In my house.
All right, Nathan. So the last time that Nathan joined us in one of our broadcasts, John, I don't think you were working with me at the time, but he called his shot and he won the race.
Two of them.
Two in a row. Who you pulling for right now on the track?
The silver car.
You like the silver car? You like the 06? Okay. Byron Daly. That's who he's going with.
We had a fight brewing for. We do have a fight brewing for the lead, but here's the problem that Eric Arnold's going to have. That dang backstretch back there is like Daytona. He needs help. The next time he makes that move, he's going to give a spot up now. Daly's going to swing down now to the inside of Falky. Oh, he's going to wash up.
Wow. He washes him up the racetrack, though, now.
3 wide.
All of this happening 3 wide. 3 wide in the middle. Look at this coming to the line. 3 wide still. Arnold to the bottom of the racetrack. Battling down. Almost rubs and makes contact with Daly's car. 3 wide. Falkingham washes up the speedway. He scampers away like it's a roach in a dark night when the light comes on into turn number 2. I can't.
Oh my goodness.
I think John just lost it. John, are you okay?
I'm with Cody. Where do you come up with these sayings, brother? Oh my gosh.
I don't know.
We have a new leader for now.
It made sense. Maybe it doesn't. I was saying Daly the lead. Falkingham to the bottom. All right, Nathan, that's your pick. Nathan, that's your pick, right? That's who you ride with.
Yep.
Now, why do you like that car?
Pretty.
It's pretty.
Well, thank you. Thank you
Well,
very
guess
much.
who made it?
Who?
John.
Looks good.
The colleague in the booth. Yes.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
He went through puberty, John.
Oh my God.
Charles,
oh my God. Can we not? Oh, look out. Contact, spinning.
No, they didn't have spin yet. It was close, though. It was close.
Yeah, and we're on lap 32 of 100. And I think these guys are actually going to try and push these cars all the way to the end here. So let's start keeping our eye on whose right fronts go and whose don't. I mean, that's the thing here. You know, right front tires give out and go. And we got, wow, look at this. They're all over the place right now. These cars are definitely getting out of hand. Arnold has given them.
And by the way, John, you literally said in practice, even for you, these cars can just, trucks can hit the wall and the tires can blow. And you will see it on the broadcast if it happens.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a rarity. But, I mean, yeah, the tire gets worn out enough, it's going to go away in a rather violent fashion. Look at it. He's bump drafting Edson now all the way down the front stretch as Falkingham's actually put off for a pretty decent lead, right? That's the biggest lead we've seen anybody get tonight. And he's got some drafting help. And I say that, I said earlier that drafting is not the best thing to do on this track, but really at this late in the stage, it's the only way you're going to get by anybody is to have some help pushing you down the straightaway like we see this right here, especially when the 31's a lone car. Like, what I mean by that, Wesley, you know this, he doesn't have any teammates, whereas Falkingham, Daly, those guys, they're teammates. Edson, these are all teammates. So they're working together to take spots here and there. Lap 34 of 100 coming up pretty quickly here to halfway here in about 15, 16 laps, Wesley.
That's exactly right. All this happening as they work their way back to green flag pit stops. Here comes cars on the pit lane. The 19 of Tyler Dalton. Very different look for the Kirkwood entry.
Well, that's actually in honor that's in honor of Todd Kirkwood, a friend of ours that passed away last week to a heart attack, from what I was told. Todd's been a member of this community, the sim racing community, for years. A lot of us knew Todd through sim racing. Great guy. a young guy. So yeah, he passed away. So Tyler is honoring him tonight and has done so with all of his other vehicles with put his name on the car. As we've seen green flag pit stops coming on.
Trey Edson on the pit lane in the number 7 personal comfort entry Chevrolet. He'll make his pit stop. 36 of 100 laps. John, how many yellow flags did we have? We had some crazy moments in the opening 17, 18 laps. I know when I had to step away, but I haven't seen no yellow flags. So it's
no,
just
we've had no cautions.
No cautions. Is that surprising?
This is pits. Oh, no, he didn't. Okay, that was weird. Wow.
He just spun coming to his pit stop, but he got perfectly in the box.
Well, it's a little off, I guess, on the screen there.
Two in the box, ready to go. We be fast and they be slow. Falkenham, Daly, Arnold, Rivera, Comstock, your top 5. Followed by Macklin, Coleman, Gonzalez, Henderson, and Wetzel. It sounds like a mega law firm. Here as they work into turn number 1 and 2. We are 36 of 100 laps at Michigan. Don't forget tonight, Richmond, 175 laps. And Nathan, I know you like short track racing, don't you, buddy?
Yeah.
Richmond's going to be fun.
Yep.
I want to know why you don't have Nathan sim racing yet.
I don't even sim race, dude. I don't have an iRacing rig. Never day in my life. I had dirt factor one time, a R factor. I couldn't even get the friggin' race car out of the pit lane at Eldora.
Oh my God.
I am mower though.
What'd you say?
I'm building a racing mower.
Nathan is building a racing mower. He just want to get into lawnmower racing, so tell your neighbors.
Oh, here we go. Joey Tatina on pit road. Ron Holyfield in the 1 car on pit road. Now, here, I'm going to tell you something. I'm not impressed by riding mowers. I'm going to tell you why. They take the blades off of them. You want to impress me? Leave the blades on them.
What are you, like Chucky or something?
Oh, yeah. We got to fight for the lead here. Arnold took it about a lap and a half ago, but now he's got a challenge from Nelson Rivera down there on the 22 car, and he's got Falkenham backing him up. Meanwhile, Daly behind the 31. Are we going to make it 3 wide?
Oh, we're going to make it 3 wide. Look who's going to be the hot knife through butter. Cold as ice. Daly in the middle. He's that bottle between the cooler. Into turn number 2 to the back straightaway. And Daly now clear them in the middle. Nathan's pick, riding with Daly in that silver bullet 06 all the while. Nelson Rivera the leader. Daly second. Arnold closes right back. He's up under Falkenham. That was definitely not practicing virtual social distancing as they go to 1.
Not at all. A little bit of a door bang there. Oh, look at that move down to the inside by Eric Arnold at 31, but Daly's going to throw the block on that and say, no, sir, you're not proceeding forward. But then again, Daly washes up to the outside just a little bit on exit of 2 right here. That's going to let Arnold swing on down there to the low side. He's got help in the form of the 39, and Falkenham swings up inside in front of Daly. Daly with the crossover, Wesley, down into 3.
To the inside, to the outside. They're 2 by 2 like Noah leading the animals to the arc now. 3 wide. Here comes now Falkenham. He'll push out of that 2 wide battle and pull to the inside. Sticks it 3 wide. Arnold can't go 3 lanes to block him. He goes from the bottom to the top. Top to the bottom again. And he just cannot decide which car he's going to hold off as he goes up into turn number 1.
While all this is going on, look at, here comes Gonzalez in that 26 car. Henderson down on pit road for his green flag pit stop. Chad Coleman as well. Doug Roth in the 43, he's coming on pit road. We're right in that window, Wesley, between 40 and 47 laps, somewhere in there. You'll see a bunch of guys start heading to pit road, get some tires for sure. I'm just really surprised at how hard these guys are driving these cars right now, this long into the run, when they were all crying about how bad these tires were after 25 laps during practice, and yet they're out here just destroying each other on track. 41 laps into this race.
All of this going on, man. This has been a phenomenal show. Man, I think that might have been yanking our chain to tell us that this is not going to be a good one. And holy cow, these guys have put on a phenomenal race. And I'll be honest with you, John, probably some of the best exciting racing we've seen in SIM500 since about a month and a half ago with the wild race, in my opinion. Probably one of the top 10 best sim races I've ever announced in my career at Atlanta Motor Speedway when Richard Beasley won the event.
Yeah, and I tell you what we're seeing on track right now was a bunch of guys that just pitted and came back out with those fresh tires. Look at the speed difference they've got on guys like Arnold and Gonzalez and Rivera that have been out for 42 laps. I mean, Jatina just blew by these guys like they were sitting still.
While all this happens, they work their way back again to start-finish. Coming off the corner, and we're closing in also on the halfway marker. There is Gonzalez, Macho Taco. Man, if he wins tonight, free tacos for everybody tomorrow.
Don't make promises you can't keep.
Yeah, well, I'll buy my tacos. You like tacos? You like tacos, Nathan?
12 tacos.
You would eat 12 tacos?
Yes, I could.
There you go.
Yeah, how old is he? Like 17, a little metabolism turd.
15.
15.
See? Them kids
I would
got
say
that high
puberty,
metabolism.
but not metabolism yet, though, John. Like, seriously.
Wow, look at this fight.
Look
now.
at
You
this.
got Comstock battling with Arnold for 4th and 5th right here. Falkingham just kind of creeping around back there in 6th, watching all this go down. Just ahead of them, Macklin in that 30 car. Macklin kind of making a fight to get back up to the front. But hey, we're on lap 44, Wesley. Green flag pit stops have been happening now for about 15, 20 laps. Not 15, 20 laps, I'm sorry. About 10 to 15 laps.
And no yellow flag yet. Let's look at your pit stops now. Everybody in the top 20 has not pitted yet. 21st on back. They have Edson first. Everyone at the bottom
never,
has.
ever asking these guys anything about these cars ever again.
I think they lied to you, John. I really did, and I was concerned. Man, that literally made our introduction horrible.
They do that on purpose, man. But I was too, but I tell you what, I will refrain from dropping any F-bombs in the interviews, okay?
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. Yes, that's definitely. We need to talk about fingers. We need to talk about fingers later, okay? Rivera, Gonzalez, Macklin, Comstock, and Arnold. But here's the thing, though. Even though it's been caution-free, it's been entertaining.
Wow, look at the Browns just flying by. Here goes Falkingham, pit road.
Whoa,
Daly pit road. Wow, who's that blazing on pit road back there? Was that
That
Ryan?
was Daly. That was Falkingham, Ryan, and Daly. That was Daly and Ryan on the binders, and I hope they don't get a penalty for speeding.
Ryan came flying in there like his... Oh, wow, Daly missed his pits. Like he was on fire. I mean, that was nuts.
Well, I mean, he is a... Oh, Falkingham made a little mistake in the pits as well. And we don't normally see like that stuff happen to Daniel Falkingham there, John.
No, we don't. And those are mistakes you cannot make at a place like Michigan, where we're doing laps, in 40, 45 seconds here right now. But once they get tires on, they're doing laps in 39 seconds. Every second counts on the green flag pit stop. So we'll see where he comes out of pit road now. Eric Arnold on pit road for his pit stop. And Tommy Ryan did get spinning penalty, by the way.
All this happening, Eric Arnold, Voodoo Graphics, number 31 on the pit lane. Nathan, what do you think of that car?
Pretty, really cool.
Guess who made it?
Who?
John.
That's good.
Oh, he missed his pits by such a long shot. Wow.
Nice car. Ugly
Bad driver.
Tommy Ryan with a huge speeding penalty, 57 seconds in the pit.
Oh, you knew it was going to happen, John. I mean,
yeah,
he
the way
come
you came
flying in there
in there,
like he was
yeah.
Speedy Gonzalez yelling Andre.
Look at this car. Now, I
That's
like
a
this
nice-looking car. Wow.
I didn't
John,
do this.
did you create that one?
No. Wish I could take credit for that, but no,
What
that's
you said?
a beautiful
Looks like
car.
peanut butter jelly.
Nathan said it reminds him of the peanut butter and jelly car. Well, what's the name of that? What is it called? Goobers, with the peanut butter and jelly mixed together.
Yeah.
Yeah, is it Goober car?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Nathan, that is a Crown Royal. You'll learn about that when you turn over 21.
I've seen it before.
It's next year. If I ever meet the kid, it's on. I'm just saying. That's what I do.
What did you say, John? That's a bad influence. Don't talk that way in front of him.
Yeah, we're still waiting on about 12 cars here, 13 cars to make their pit stops.
Mons and Macklin going at it as well.
Tap,
this is for
little
5th and
tap.
6th. Yeah. Just tapping in.
He just reached over and said, hey, man, how you doing? I'm going to pass you now. Bye-bye.
Macklin right now sitting in the number 6 position. By the way, we're closing in on halfway, and Couple of more laps. Probably going to go side by side at halfway since we have not took any commercial break yet. 50 laps.
We did a commercial break while you were off in the concession stand doing your thing.
I wish I was off in the concession stand.
We got 5 guys on pit road now. Rivera, Gonzalez, Mons, Frieri, Wetzel's on pit road. Now Montez.
So here's my question, John.
Yeah,
John Gonzalez just pitting. So here's my question. We're seeing everybody try to stretch it out at least now to 49, 50 laps. So do you think that this could possibly be the money stop for these guys?
Obviously, yes, sir. And what's really interesting to watch is if this does go caution-free, will they be able to gain positions by staying out this long? The reason I say that, you're looking at a 3-second difference between guys that pitted and guys that are still on track right now as far as speed goes. And see, that's another point our producer brought up. If they have a caution, they have enough to survive a green-white checker at the end of this race. So there's a lot of, I love that paint scheme. He comes up with something new
my
every
thing
time.
is this. If the caution comes out, if it does before the end of this race, John, they are going to have to, they're going to pit. Everybody,
Absolutely.
I bet you, if a yellow comes out, it's going to be, that will become now your new money stop, and that will be everybody coming to pit for a shootout.
Yes, sir. That's a good-looking car that he's got there, Tyler Dalton, in honor of Todd Kirkwood. That's pretty nice.
Yes.
Car down there coming off of pit road. So right now it looks like, David Comstock's on pit road now, giving up the lead to pit. So is Scott Simley. So right now, Richard Beasley's the only car left on track that has not pitted yet. And he's sitting back there. He's coming in now. Yeah.
Yeah, Beasley, the Atlanta winner, finally dropping down onto the pit lane. And John, I got locks up the front wheels there.
He might have been a little hot.
Possibly have a penalty coming for the 10. And he locks him up again and again and a third time.
There's no grip left on these tires. So yeah.
Wow. I mean, my goodness, his tires were like jelly beans.
That's going to cycle the lead back around to Trey Edson now, who's been out there now for almost 20 laps on his tires. It's hard to believe we have such a huge spread right now, but, you know, these guys pitted at lap 35, lap 34.
Right.
Then you got guys like Elliott Henderson who pit on lap 40. You know, so it's a huge spread between lap times and you know, when they went into pits and coming off. So, I mean, this is really just going to field out.
And, John, I'll say this. Those guys that you just mentioned that pitted around lap 35 to 40, they cannot go the distance. They are going to have to come back and pit around lap 75, 85, somewhere around that window. But the ones that just peeled on the pit lane at lap 50, they are the ones that I think that they can stretch. If they can save and conserve, they can go to the finish if this goes caution-free to the checkered flag.
And that's what I was saying, Wesley, is
yes,
they may have given up too much time on track by staying out that long.
You're exactly right. Yeah, you're right. You're right. And now they're probably praying for a yellow flag because if they get a caution, everybody's coming down pit road. I'm telling you.
It'll bunch the field back up. It'll put them back into a position to hopefully capitalize. And I do believe that Beasley had a penalty there.
Daly for a second trying to go 3 wide, coming after around Jatina. Joey Jatina up on the outside. Balkingham getting also around the other car there of Daly. This is, by the way, 4th, 6th, 7th, and 8th position with also lap cars up in that mix. Don't jinx it. Don't say anything. Be happy.
I'm just not going to say anything.
They don't know what I said. You said it, not me. Don't listen to the producer, everybody. Daly down to the inside. Falkenham up on the inside to the outside. Nathan can hear you. Can't you hear you, Nathan?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's it sound like?
Hear what?
Never mind. Back straight away into turn number 3, and I will say now things are kind of spread out now. They're pretty much taking advantage of every part of the racetrack besides a gap into turn number 1 and 2, and then a gap coming to start finish. There is a little bit of a gap going back to 1 and 2 between 3 and 4. Other than that, John, there's cars all over the racetrack here now.
Oh, and by the way, Wesley, we also kind of missed it, but we're past the halfway point.
No. I said it was halfway. I said
okay. I didn't know if you caught that or not, but the last
do my job. You do your job. I'll do mine.
Yes, sir. I'm so sorry, sir.
I can't. Are you serious?
I'm so sorry.
Hey, just call what you see. Yeah.
I need a taco now. I'm upset and hurt.
I am in no way the play-by-play man. I just call the screen, okay? Because I am play-by-play.
So back to this amazing race we have going on right now.
It was,
but I kind of wish we would have a caution myself, to be honest with you, because it was really exciting when they were all bunched up and battling, and now it's so spread out that really it's just going to be guys trying to stretch their fuel mileage, trying to stretch their tire wear out to get to the end. And that's just, I don't know, snooze fest.
Did you see the other night when a caution came out at a race because the water bottle fell out of somebody's race car? Did you see that?
I did not see that, no.
Yeah. The water bottle on the racetrack.
It's debris. And some of those water bottles are frozen and can, break stuff.
Yeah, especially if it's a coarse one like 06, the Daly's car. Yeah. Head for the mountains. Oh, that's a different company.
Well, mountains are heading for you.
Edson is the leader in the number 7. Dalton is the man in second, and you're looking now at Henderson and Coleman and Kelly, 3rd, 4th, 5th. They are about 1.3 seconds behind the leader of Dalton.
I mean, really, the top 5 are the closest pack we got. You're looking at 7.5 seconds back to Falkingham, the leader. It's really spread out right now. I mean, it's really spread out right now. You got Jeteen up there in the top 10, so his strategy kind of worked out for him. He climbed up quite a few spots there, 22 spots up to the 9th right there. So that's a great job right now for Joey Jeteen in that 14 car, up 22 spots. Then another good climber, you got Daly up there in 16 spots up. Mike Kelly's up there in 5th, 14 spots up. Well, we haven't really talked about Mike too much tonight, but he's having a good race there, Wesley.
So while this is going on, we're watching this battle now heat up for, I guess it's 8th, 9th, and 10th. It's, of course, Coleman, Jetina, and Hollyfield. Dalton is the leader, and that interval is now about 10 seconds to those cars. And there you see this is now for 3rd. And the lead is Dalton in 19. Edson is right there with him, though, in the 7 car. But all the while, this is for 3rd as they work off the back straightaway. I'll say this much, John. As you see them work their way to the midway to the back straightaway, Dalton and Edson are probably working their way in the exit of the apex of 3 and 4.
Yeah, they've got a pretty good lead. I'm not sure what they did to get themselves out in front of the crowd like this, but they're looking really good. Are you still there? Hello?
I am. And Henderson.
I've got
now
no
trying
audio.
To hold off the likes of Coleman's car. Is this going on back into the corner? Into turn number 2 to the back straightaway. Solid run. 3 cars here. Nathan, it's good having you back because the last time you were here, you saw road course races. Yep. So you like the cars. You like the circle over racing. Obviously, it's more exciting.
Yes, way more exciting.
Except now.
No.
Okay.
No. Don't you love when you try to make a point and they just completely blow you away?
That's the thing about these teenagers today. I'm telling you, man. They just, everything you say, I can do better.
Yeah, pretty much. Now, I will say this. Looking at the lap times, Henderson, Coleman, these guys are all catching the leaders of Dalton and Edson. They've really closed in over about 1.5 seconds over the last maybe 6 laps. So, yeah, look there. There's your lap times up top there. It's really funny to look back on these lap times and how much faster the guys that are way back here in 12th and all that are compared to the guys that are up front.
Dalton, Edson, 1 and 2. There's the 3rd, 4th, and 5th place cars coming back through the Geico restart zone, back across start finish, and closing in on under 40 remaining. John Mushton Jr., Wesley Outlet here with you. Nathan Outlet also alongside. Charles Wooden pushing the buttons, iRacing on LSRTV coverage of round number 19 of the 2021 NC8-1, round number 20 of the NC8-1 Call Before You Dig Cup Series, sanctioned by SIM500 Esports Racing League. And John, after tonight, Watkins Glen, Daytona, all on the way. And then we determine who is going to the playoffs.
Which 20 drivers are going to make the cut still to be determined, because we've got quite a race as far as points go, going for the last few spots back there. Mons has it technically right now, but when tonight's over with, that could change. We'll find out. In the meantime, up front, less than a second now from Edson back to Henderson in third. You got Coleman fourth, Kelly fifth, Falkingham sixth, Daly seventh, Gonzalez eighth. Eric Arnold now up inside the top 10. He's bringing Bentley Glazer with him. Those guys have moved past Chatin and Holyfield and Rivera because their tires aren't quite as old, Wesley. We talked about this. These tires give up pretty quick. So here we are, lap 64 out of 100, coming up with about lap 35 to go here. Things are getting interesting. Not quite spicy yet, but interesting.
Not spicy yet.
Not spicy yet.
Getting excited. It's been it was excited and spicy earlier, but now it's kind of come down to a simmer, if you will, down the back straightaway.
Yes.
With hey, there you go. Got some cooking talk. Listen.
There you go. Now I'm hungry. Thanks.
Dalton, Edson, Henderson, Coleman, Kelly, top five. There's Henderson's car on the screen. Moving by more lap traffic, as I think that's Workman in front of him in the 74 machine in the 30th position, mind you. Don't forget, coming up later tonight, we are live on the iRacing on LSRTV. As number 2, Kelly comes down the pit lane in the Menards PPG Ford. We're live on the Community Radio Network as well, with simulcast coverage of the Northwest Racing Series Cup. 175 laps at Richmond. It's going to be fun, John. I'm looking forward to seeing that race. Yes, sir. I love short track racing.
I'll tell you what, Richmond is one of my absolute favorite tracks. I used to live maybe 10 minutes from that track when I was stationed up in Virginia, and man, great racing, a great track to go to if you ever get a chance to, Wesley.
Yes, I've been there several times.
Well, then you know.
It's a phenomenal place.
Great food, too.
Never been to Texas Motor Speedway, no.
Shame on you. Hey, guess what?
Yeah,
Dalton is, Edson just got passed by Henderson. They've caught these guys. They've run them down.
They certainly have. Yeah. Enough about food. You're making John hungry.
Yes, please stop.
Talking about turkey legs and
stop
jambalaya and everything. Coleman pulling up in front of Edson. Edson falling back now, John. He's all the way to fourth, where he was in second. Tires going away. What are you thinking? Under 30 to go.
Yeah, these guys were tracking them down, and it's the difference between tires right now. Some guys pitted sooner than others, and it's starting to show.
Over 33 to go. Correction, John.
Correction noted. Well, now the question is, can they chase down Dalton, who's got about a half a second lead ahead of him? I think yes. I think that's probably definitely going to happen.
What do you think, Nathan? Huh? What do you think right here coming to the end?
Huh? They need to bunch up together.
What'd you say?
They need to bunch up together.
They need to bunch up together.
It's more fun like that.
He said we need a caution. That's what I heard.
I agree. Yeah. Me too. Oh, yeah. I'm hungry.
Agree. I want to make a PB&J when we're done with this.
Hey, John's joining me for Richmond coming up later tonight as well. John,
I am
having fun doing the Northwest Cup in trucks as well, working with me.
I have, but man, I've got physical therapy at 06 the next morning, and it's killing me, brother. The racing's been great. I'm too old to be staying up all night partying with you young turds.
I will say this, no doubt about it.
Arnold on pit road. Wow. He's not going to make it. That's going to be a penalty.
He just hit the cone, too. Yeah, there's your penalty. My goodness, buddy. He drags the cone with him.
Yep. Oh, that's going to hurt. I'm not sure if he got a speeding penalty on top of that, but unsafe pit entry is definitely going to get him.
There's going to probably be unsafe pit entry and the EOL penalty for speeding, I believe. And here comes Edson now. And, oh, and he overshot his pit stall to boot. The 31.
Yeah, it's snowballing on him. He hit pit lane at 65 miles an hour. Guess what Pete's pit road speed is?
35.
55.
Oh, that's merciful.
Yeah. He's out. So apparently he did not get a penalty for speeding.
It's all right. They're racking up the penalties to survey to give him.
Yeah, they're just writing it down in their ticket book right now. So that's interesting that these guys are all pitting in right now.
All right.
His last pit stop was on lap 47, so they didn't go quite this far this time. They went 25 laps exactly. Some of these guys.
Henderson, Coleman, Falkingham. There's Daly. The silver bullet number 06. Reeling in Falkingham. And as we approach, under 30 laps to go. Daly is all over Falkingham for the number 3 spot. Nathan, there goes your car.
What place is he in?
Tyler Dalton has given up the lead to pit. Joey Tatina's on pit road now.
I'm really wondering, John, if maybe these guys can go the distance here. They're pitting. Henderson giving up the lead. Coleman giving up second.
Now that's going to give the lead up to Bentley Glazer, who could go all the way on fuel.
Speaking of football, that's a quotation used a lot in football.
He could go all the way.
Yes, sir. I'll start saying that.
I don't know why I sounded like Christopher Walken just then, but yeah.
I thought that was good Christopher Walken, man. You know, it's wrong tone. I'm going to smack you with a soldering iron. You say it again, you know?
Just watch that I brought back with me. Sorry. Apparently somebody else has seen Pulp Fiction as well.
Oh, yes. Stuck in Wetzel.
Easy.
On
Wetzel.
the outside. Mods is there as well. Hey, you speak of Pulp Fiction. I watched that movie the other day, as a matter of fact, John. Ironically, did get out of my head. Last Thursday, I watched it.
It just gets better every single time.
I love that movie.
Yeah, great movie.
Uma Thurman was just, yeah.
Easy boy.
I'm being nice. Wetzel down the 5th in the 9 car. Hey, Wetzel's got a good run for him tonight, by the way.
Yeah, but he still has yet to pit. We've got guys out there right now. Let's see. Wetzel last pit on lap 49. So if he takes it easy, like he did in that first half of the race, he could possibly go the rest of the way on fuel. Byron Daly now on pit road. So there goes the silver bullet hitting pit road.
Nathan, there's your pick. Silver bullet car pitting. Here's my scenario, John. I believe this is what's going to happen. There's going to be a wreck with around 10 laps to go, and everybody is going to come to the pit. 3/4 of the way, though, next time by, 75 laps, and we are still clean and green from the drop of the yellow. John, what is
Byron
this? Probably
Daly.
the second?
Byron Daly penalized on pit road. Byron Daly penalized.
Byron Daly with a penalty. But anyway, John, isn't this like going to be the second or third race if it goes caution-free this year for them?
Could be, yeah. I believe so. I think that may not have been a penalty. That might have been getting some damages fixed, maybe. I can't. I'm watching the replay now.
And you got to remember, they don't have a fast repair in this series. You mess your car up, whatever it is the way it is. Bottom line.
Wow, he made another pit stop, too.
SIM500 Cup Series, the next to penultimate race of the regular season. Watkins Glen Road Course Racing next week, and then Daytona. I love Daytona.
I have no idea.
Daytona did not disappoint, John, back in February when we done the race there.
No, it did not. So back to Byron Daly, who had a strong run tonight. I'm not real sure what happened to him there, Wesley, but he's done for the night. He's 2 laps down now. He had to come in for a stop and go, so a bit.
Oh, wow.
Maybe speeding exit penalty, possibly. I'm not sure. That's too bad for him. He had a great run going. Meantime, up front, Gonzalez has about 3/10 of the lead over Bentley Glazer. I don't think Gonzalez is pitted yet. Yeah, so we got basically, Wesley, everybody you see up inside the top 9 right now could go all the way if this race stays green.
Gonzalez, Glazier, Comstock, Rivera, Mons. There's Gonzalez. He's the new leader. Taco Tuesday for everybody. Ole!
Ole, 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 ole.
Yeah. Speaking of soccer. Back straight away. Nathan, you know the Ole song?
Huh?
You know Ole?
Yeah.
Huh?
Sometimes.
How's it go?
I don't know.
Ryan.
Wow, look at Daly zipping by on the outside. Look at the difference in speed with new tires. That's insane.
Yeah, oh
man.
yeah, for sure. Look at that.
That is crazy.
Hey, and I'll be honest with you, off the record, John, I'd love to see Jose Gonzalez win this race.
I'm sure Jose would love to win this race.
He's one of those guys we mentioned in the 26 Toyota that they struggled all year. They have something happen to them. They get caught up in wrecks. They fall in the back. And now look at them shining brightly with coming to 20 remaining.
And what's on his hood? I wonder what that says.
Tacos. Smash tacos.
Macho taco.
Smash burger and macho taco.
Yeah.
You can have crispy and buns.
I've never understood what a smash burger is, but okay.
So here's it's a smash burger that you smash with like a mallet, okay? And they flatten it like a pancake. No. Smash burger is basically what it is, John.
Where you squish the burger?
No, it's got nothing to do with that. You smash it on your own. A smash burger is like, if it's hamburger meat, it might be cheese and jalapenos or carrots and green beans or corn or things that's mixed in with it.
Oh,
so
okay.
That's why they call it smash burger.
Gotcha. All right.
Smash burger sounds so much better than burger condiments.
I guess. Okay. 20 to go, and Gonzalez holds a commanding lead about a half a second after over Bentley Glazer. Comstock riding back there in third, Rivera fourth, and Mons back there 8 seconds in fifth place. Now Mons, Wesley, let's talk about him. He sits currently 20th in points. This is the kind of night he needs to have. He needs to have a good night. He needs to have a good, solid top 5 finish to hold on to that top 20 going into Watkins Glen and Daytona because, yeah, you know, Watkins Glen and Daytona.
And by the way, those are wild cards.
Yeah.
3, 4 wide,
5 wide.
Waft in the middle. Look at that. There's a triple smash burger coming at you with some extra buns to boot.
That's them new tires and then sort of old tires and then really old tires.
4 and 5 wide. Here we go again. And I'll be honest with you, John. We better watch this. This could be where trouble could brew. A storm could brew with Macklin Mons up the racetrack. Faster cars trying to overtake them as they work out of 2.
Yeah, because that closure rate can really catch a guy off guard, especially going down into the turn. Because
you ain't kidding.
guys like Mons have to let up really early to get the car to turn, whereas guys like Roth don't. And we saw it right there. Roth almost went through Macklin going into turn 1 right there.
Into the corner. Look at Macklin just close in and weasel in between those 2 cars of Mons and Yoakum. Did you see that? Wow, Macklin.
I did. And Yoakum's got new tires, so he's trying to figure out how he's going to get around these guys in front of him without getting caught up in an accident.
18 to go when they come back to the line. It is shootout time here at Michigan. Richmond next. Here comes now Yoakum. He'll jump out of line. Peeks to the inside after Macklin. Simley will follow.
Let's see,
Mons,
Yoakum,
nowhere to go.
He's back there riding in 29th now. Just came off pit road on lap 66. But look at Macklin, going to give him a little bum draft. Hello, how you doing? Wow, who's that down there on the inside? That's Parker in the 81. Fresh tires. Hello, bye-bye. See you later. He passed up 4, 5 cars in one turn. Wow.
Sounds like Nathan's getting excited.
He coming quick.
Yes, he did.
Something more than one word.
He's got places to go, people to see, things to do. Get out of his way.
Yes, sir. Excuse me, coming through. And he makes a great move up the outside. Yoakum's car. 2 car links back to Macklin. Mons is 2 car links back. All of this happening.
Hey,
along
Wesley.
with, yes, sir. Yeah.
Didn't mean to interrupt you, but you're not going to believe this. Last time by, Gonzalez put down a 42.05. Glazer put down a 42.06.
Man, that's flying.
They're so close in times right now. It's got to be killing Glazer that he can't get up to that bumper on Gonzalez.
And right now the interval is 0.02 of a second back for Glazer. Meanwhile, can we show the leaders, Gonzalez and Glazer? I know we're seeing Yoakum now, but that's the essence of victory for Glazer. You see him in the Mountain Dew car. And all the while, Gonzalez overtaking more lap cars. Is Ryan in 99 about to go a lap down, John?
Yeah, Tommy had a rough time on pit road there. Got hit with a penalty earlier, so still trying to claw his way out of that hole that he dug for himself there. In the meantime, as we're looking at the screen here, watching Glazer reeling in Gonzalez little by little, making headway, and he's bringing Comstock with him, the 13 car back there in third. Wesley, we could have a fight for the lead here inside of the next 2 laps.
And I'm starting to wonder and rethink things. Are we possibly going to see this race go all the way caution-free? 15 laps to go. Here's the deal. Storms are brewing. Cars are also overtaking by lap traffic and slower, faster traffic around them. I just don't know right now, John. I really don't know what to think here.
Here's what I know. Here's what I know. And I know for a fact, we're about to see a 3-car fight for the lead. Now, how aggressive are these guys going to be getting by them? That I can't tell you, because they're so far into the run right now. Their tires have got to be screaming at them. So, I mean, they caught them. They're there. You know, it's just a matter of getting up to them and getting by them now.
As they say, it depends on how they come out on the other side, per se.
Yeah, I guess you can put that way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's cover our top 20 real quick, Wesley.
As we come to 13 to go, Gonzalez is the leader. Glazer is second. Comstock third. Rivera, Macklin, your top 5. Simley, Mons, Kelly, Woods, Coleman, top 10 as we go to the home stretch here at Michigan.
11th is Medina. Henderson back there in 12th. Edson 13th. Falkingham. Wow. He's fallen way back to 14 and a half seconds behind the lead right now. Eric Arnold also had a bad night with penalties on pit road. 15th, 16th is Coleman. Joey Jettina back there in 17th. 18th, Freire in the 77 car. 19th, Holyfield in 1 car. Right out your top 20, still on the lead lap, but way back there, 29 seconds back, is Mike Montezi in that 6 car.
That's the way it stands right now as we close in on a dozen laps remaining. Nathan, what do you think, buddy? You think we're going to see a wreck happen with these cars all bunched up for the lead?
We might. It's getting very damn close to it.
There you go. Parker down to the inside. That is a car that's a lap down in the 81.
And with fresh tires.
Yes.
Really fresh tires. Wow.
Gonzalez. Here comes Glazer, though, John. Here he comes. Black cars as a pick might help Glazer run down Gonzalez. 11 to go.
Actually, I think that lap car is helping Gonzalez a little bit more because he's able to draft. He's able to use that draft to pull himself ahead of Glazer. You know, the same way that Glazer's using the draft to pull up to Gonzalez. So right now, you know, Tommy Ryan's just kind of the wild card in this bunch, if you will. But we got Glazer. He's finally got to the back bumper of Gonzalez. Comstock not too far back there. He's about 4 or 5 car lengths behind, kind of watching all this happen. So now, Wesley, what we're going to see is Glazer trying to figure out how he's going to get by Gonzalez with these really old tires.
And you've got fresh tires, used tires, mediocre tires, lap cars, aggressive drivers. Oh, and mind you, you're in the final 2 races of the regular season, and there's guys that are fighting for position to try to lock in the top 20 to the playoff. Caution's out. Yellow flag.
Oh, wow.
10 laps to go. I called it, did I not, John? 10 laps to go. Caution is out. Yellow flag flies. I told you, I had a feeling. 10 remaining. Caution will come out. And I'm telling you right now, It don't matter whether you're Gonzalez or you're all the way in 30th. Every single car, John Muschin Jr., is coming down to the pit lane.
Let's see who it was here.
Peanut butter jelly time might have lost it and smeared on the wall.
That was horrible. No, it wasn't
No,
him.
it's not Woods. What happened here?
Yeah, they're on pit road.
What triggered the caution? It's Beasley. Did something happen to the tide rod? He get a little dirty laundry? Oh, there's that storm brewing I was telling you about, John, possibly. Maybe something happened here. That's Randy Yoakum all on Dalton's car. Coleman to the inside of Ackland. Oh, I think something happened here. 3 wide. There it is.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. He got Yoakum.
Yoakum into Ackland.
Oh.
That's what happened, Brian Macklin.
Oh, my goodness.
That is what happened.
Guard the car.
John, you know what's going down, brother. Nathan, you know what's about to happen, right?
But I'll fight.
Everybody, no, they're going to fight. Everybody's about to fight for the win. They're all coming down pit road.
Oh, that was great.
There's going to be a fight for 4 tires and fuel, John. They are all coming in.
Yes, sir. Let's see who gets in pit road without making any mistakes here.
There's going to be a fight. Come on, Nathan.
Hey, look, trust me. If iRacing can find a way to model it, you know it would happen.
That's true.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I disregard my previous statement. I retract my previous statement, by the way, is what I'm going to say. Here comes everybody off pit road. Everybody in the top 20 coming in. Now, here's the thing. Cars that might not have pitted are like ones that were like, lap down or taking the wave around, or cars that like, for instance, pitted 20 laps ago. They might think they can do something to hold these cars off, like Kelly. But for the most part, John, look at Gonzalez. Smash Burger, Macho Taco, Olay, my friend, here in the Irish Hills of Michigan. If he entered the pits first, he exited first, this is probably his best opportunity to win in the series tonight, this year.
It absolutely is. And here's the thing, depending on what Mike Kelly does here, if he stays out, and I think that he may, if he stays out, and it's going to depend on what lane he chooses, the guys behind him are going to have to figure out how to get around him. He came in on lap 65, so he's got some fairly old tires there. And what are we on, lap like 92 or something like that? So almost 30 laps in those tires. And let's see, is he going to stay out? I think he is. He does. Okay. So there you go. So now Mike's going to decide, does he want to start top or bottom? And that's really going to affect whoever he lines up in front of.
All right. Kelly. The Menards PPG Paints 811 Call Before You Dig Chevrolet is the man in the lead now on used tires. He is going to have a barrel of guns loaded coming after him when the green flag flies. Looking at Kelly, he is currently 18th, but no wins this year. 1 top 5, 4 top 10s for Mike Kelly. As that stands right now. Okay,
yeah,
here we go.
He's the guy with a good one here. So, yeah, back to that caution real quick. I kind of need to make a correction. It wasn't really Randy Yoakum that started that caution. It looked like Macklin in the middle of the 3 wide there just drifted up into the 8 car, and then the 8 car got loose and came down and got into Macklin. So that was really started with Macklin just washing up into him. So I just wanted to clarify that.
Coming up, post-race wrap-up, and don't forget, later tonight, 11:30 Eastern Time, iRacing on LSRTV, simulcast on the Community Radio Network as well. The Northwest Racing Series, their final 4 races before the playoffs, and tonight is Richmond. Here comes the pace car. Field works the back to the Geico restart zone. Kelly and Gonzalez, row 1. followed by Glazier, Comstock, and Rivera, the top 5. Coleman on the outside looking in as well. Green flag back in the air with 6 to go.
What a start by the 2-car of Mike Kelly. That's what he needed to do, man. Getting himself a cushion out there, going down into turn 1, trying to figure out who the fast cars are, where they're going to be coming from. Everybody behind him got fresh tires. This is going to get crazy here in about 5 seconds.
It's about to get spicy, as they say.
Here we go.
Down in the corner, Comstock. It's like Daytona or Talladega drafting. Arnold in the middle. He gives a punt with Coleman. Coleman to Comstock. Here comes Glazier stuck to the bottom. 3 wide, 4 wide, any kind of way wide. Gonzalez contact. He got bumped by Rivera. I think they made it through. They did. They're still 4 and 5 wide to the line and 5 to go. Look at this, Nathan.
Eric Arnold's down to the inside of Rivera. We've got 5, 6 cars within a blanket of each other right here. Comstock side of the lead right now. He's got Coleman right behind him. Edson's in the picture. I mean, Rivera, all right, we got all kinds of Bentley Glazier up there looking to take a win. He hasn't won since what, Bristol Dirt? Looking to get himself his first win since then.
The Bristol Dirt Race, which was what, back in the end of March, if you will, or April, when he won that event. So it's been a little drought for the number 18. Arnold is now starting to show a momentum of coming to the front. Meanwhile, Comstock is the leader. 4 laps to go. They were 3 and 4 and 5 wide. Now they fan back out single file, but not for long. Someone's going to jump out of line. Glazier going after Comstock for the lead into turn number 1 and 2.
Glazier down the inside of the 13 car. Dave Comstock on the outside. Comstock a little bit loose right now. We don't need to save tires right now, Wesley. We can fight as hard as we want to, and that's exactly what we're seeing as we go down the backstretch. Comstock still holding on the lead with Glazier down the inside.
And there's Rivera, there's Arnold. He got a little bunt there also to Edson. Falkingham creeping down to the inside as well. This all going
Contact.
in to the 6th, 7th, 8th spot as Arnold plays checkup on Falkingham. Rivera gets on the high side to avoid those cars. 4, now making 3 laps to go. Back in turn 1. Comstock holding off a killer hornet's nest behind him in turn 1.
You can throw a blanket over the guys' 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th right now as Comstock watches us out of his rearview mirror with 3 to go. This is exactly what he wants to see. Everybody fighting behind him, nobody getting together to gang up on him. In the meantime, Coleman behind him in 2nd place. Got Edson now on his bumper, Wesley, going down into 3.
Monster Energy ready to unleash the beast in the number 13 of Comstock in the point. Coleman, we've not mentioned him in the winner's circle in a while. One of the all-time winningest running drivers of active in the series. 2 to go. It's time to make a move with 4 miles remaining. They're back to turn 1.
4 miles to go down into turn 1. Comstock with the lead. He's got Coleman right behind him. Can Coleman catch him? Can he pass him? We're going to find out here as Rivera pokes his nose down to the inside, trying to make a move on Falkingham on the outside. Sorry, Glazier on the outside.
Back straight away. Comstock holds on to his line. Coleman will stay to the bottom as well. Glazier now gets up on the front of the outside machine of Edson's car. They work out of turn number 4, 3 wide behind him. Rivera got turned. Arnold got turned. Saved by Gonzalez. Caution will come out. They do not come to the CRN 1 to go. They come to the yellow flag, and we are going to overtime at Michigan.
Oh, buddy. If you think things were crazy on the last restart, just hang on to your britches.
And your belt buckle if you're wearing one.
Let's see what happened here.
Here is the replay. Look at this. Oh, they just got aggressive.
Yeah.
Look at this. Falkingham powering around there to Rivera. Rivera's car up in the middle. Little contact came down on Gonzalez. Look at Gonzalez, man. Fight to stay in it. And he did.
Oh!
And there, wow. Who in the world just got plowed into? Was that Daly?
No, that was the, oh, wow, that rear tire came off. That was, if I'm not mistaken, that was Josh
Parker. We talked about the damage model. Can we ride on board with Josh Parker, extended replay, Charles? But we talked about the damage model, John. And there is a look at how bent the flex of the wheels and spindles and front clip and valence and all that was where they got destroyed.
Yeah, that was the 81 that came barreling in there. He hit him at about 180 miles an hour.
Josh Parker. He's in the pits right now. I think it's Josh Parker that got caught up in the accident with Rivera. And watch this. Extended replay, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, it's him. Watch it on board and then from outside the camera.
Oh, this is going to be a great shot right here.
Oh, it's going to be an amazing shot. By the way, just to let everybody know, they all walked away. Okay, this is a virtual sim race. If this was a real wreck, there would definitely be a cause of concern, and the AMR safety crew would definitely be giving us a thumbs up if they're okay or not. We're going to pause our voice. They're coming off turn 4. You see the smoke. Listen and watch. Oh. I don't know which hurt the worst, getting hit in the front or getting broadsided from the side. We're back to live. We thought they were making pit stops. That didn't happen. Okay, well, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's going to pit right here. To be completely
no, I don't mean to say the S word, but if you pit, that's, you know, what are you thinking? You said...
Not the brightest candle in the chandelier there.
What is the old cliche? You made your bed. Now you got to lie in it.
That's it.
And this is exactly what you have. What you have is what you have.
Choose the side. Sorry, the top. Sorry, Wesley. Didn't mean to interrupt you. He's choosing the top. This is what I talked about on that last restart. Where's the leader going to restart at?
All right, John. We are officially going to overtime. Explain how things are about to go down when we come back to green next time around.
All right, so they got a couple of chances at this. The green flag is going to wave on next time by. Then, if they get all the way around and take the white flag, the next flag ends the race. However, if there's a caution that comes out before the leader crosses the line for the white flag, they'll rack them and stack them and do it all over again. They have 2 chances, I do believe, at a green-white checkered finish. On the next restart, if they do have a problem, they have to do another restart. Whatever flag comes out after the green flag is going to end the race.
And if they take the white flag at any time, it is wreckers or checkers to the finish.
That's right. That's right. And all this talk about peanut butter and jelly I'm really hungry, so we need to get this over with now.
Goobers. You like that goober, don't you, Nathan? You like the goober peanut butter jelly?
Yes, it's pretty good.
Yeah. So that's what you think about.
I cut them in triangles.
What?
That's the only way I do them.
You do what?
Cut them in triangles, the bread.
Why?
I'm with him. I'm with him on that. Yeah, I'm with him.
Okay. Whatever.
Like it's like little PB&J pizzas, man.
Potatoes.
Exactly.
I mean, you know, like pierogies, I guess, right? I mean, woo.
Take a breath,
John,
Wesley. We're about to go back to green, buddy.
Brother? Here we go.
Take a breath.
It's spicy. It's spicy. You wanted the pot to boil over. Ladies and gentlemen, we're ready for shootout overtime number 1. Field coming back to the Geico restart zone. Hold your fire there, Henderson. A little prematurely jumping the gun. Now they get, wow, he's taking it all the way to the restart box. Comstock on the outside was going to play a possum all the way till he could get away like a swamp rat going off into turn number 1, and that's exactly what he does.
2 to go, going down through the turn here. Turn 1, he's got Edson right on his bumper of Coleman right here. Falkingham looking the inside of Glazer, trying to make something happen. Gonzalez back there on the inside of Arnold. In the meantime, up front, Comstock is loving all this going down the backstretch, pulling the crowd with him. Oh, we got contact again. Gonzalez is around. Caution is going to be out.
Oh, I think it's Gonzalez and Arnold. Beasley, I think, got collected in it. Some other cars. Daly, I think, involved also. Caution now. Yellow flag. So much for free tacos or smash burger. And by the way, overtime number 2 coming up. John, here's the thing. You knew that that's what David Comstock was going to do. He had to play possum to everybody.
Yeah,
and then this is what happens when you do that. They reel you back in, and then somebody causes a chain reaction bottleneck domino effect.
Yeah, that was a big, big wreck right here. Roth comes in at the end of it and gets into it. And it looks like a couple other guys got involved in this. A little arc breaking, if you will.
I feel so bad for your voodoo car.
Yeah, me too. I feel bad for Eric, man. I mean, he's just...
Beautiful wrap job for nothing.
He's so fast and so good, just cannot put it together, you know, to get to the end of the race. He just always gets caught up with something, you know.
Three laps to go. Oh boy, oh boy.
Now this is going to be the final attempt at a green-white checker finish here.
That's exactly right.
So next flag is going to end this one way or the other. So that wreck between Gonzalez and Arnold started coming through turn 2. They're not giving any room out there. Nobody's giving an inch to anybody this late in the race. And that's really all that was just 2 cars trying to go for the same spot on the track. And, you know, there you have it. A lot of other guys got caught up in it, unfortunately. So, Wesley, you think Comstock's going to be able to pull off another restart like that?
Man, I don't know. I honestly, I think that's what he's going to have to do. If he's going to win this race, he's got to do it. Because, honestly, he knows you know, I don't know. Maybe this time when he comes back to the Geico restart zone, he might fire a little bit quicker. And kind of play mind games with everybody, you know?
He is the master at mind games on restarts, man. He really is.
And, I mean, that's exactly what he done. And honestly, it's legal. It's fair.
Oh, yeah.
You can do that. You see it happen all the time on Sunday. You can push your car all the way from the white line to the restart box to the double blue line to the end of the restart zone. And the rule is you've got to fire before you get to that second box. If you don't, in real life, NASCAR, flagman throws the green.
Yep.
You know, and we've seen things happen where people have lost races because of it. But Comstock, mind game manipulation, John, that's exactly what he needed to do. The key is you're going to do whatever you can to stay in front right now. And now you want to pray for a wreck behind you, because if they get a caution, this race is over. And if it happens, it'll be the 4th race this year in the SIM500 season that races have been called in double overtime.
Yep. And by the way, he is choosing the top again.
So I'll be honest with you, John, that makes me literally think that that's exactly what he's wanting to do. He's wanting to make that exact, probably same strategy, that same move.
Yep.
And I don't blame him.
Nope. It worked out really good for him last time. I'm just saying. I mean, he was ahead of all the madness going on behind him, Wesley. He had a good 3-4 car length lead over everybody, just watching it all go on in his mirror. And that's what he needs. He needs to get out in front of this mess, let these guys start fighting each other, and that way he can extend his lead as he goes down the backstretch and maybe pull off a win here.
John, do you think that maybe with Jeff Stab now being on the front of the main, promotional for Richmond tonight, he's got a shot to finally win? I understand that.
I am going to refrain from answering that question only because I like to get paid on time.
Maybe that's why it took me 72 hours after I turned my bill in to get paid last week.
I'm just throwing that out there. Love you, Jeff.
No. Jeff Stab now. Awesome people. Charles Wooten. Everybody behind Rocket Media. iRacing on LSRTV. Thank you to Joey Jatina. Brian Morehouse, NC 811, call before you dig, or should I say Virginia 811, because he is officially moving to the Commonwealth of Virginia. I wouldn't go nowhere, Nathan. This is shootout time right here. Final attempt at a green-white checker. You better not go anywhere, people. And look, he done it again, John. He stayed right there on the restart, and he played him perfectly.
Yes, sir, he did. Jumps out to a decent little lead right there, but this time I think Coleman was ready for it. And not quite the big start that Comstock got last time, as you see right here. However, here's what Comstock wants to see. He wants to see Edson ducking down the inside of Coleman in 38, making a move for that spot.
Caution's out.
What?
Caution is out. The race is over. Comstock will win. Yellow flag flies somewhere on the racetrack. We'll try to find it with our producers, but this is what will happen. Comstock will come to the line. He will take the CRN1 to go and the white flag and yellow at the same time. This is the white flag. And understanding Beasley, the tide ride, got some dirty laundry in the corner, and that's what caused the big wreck. Kelly, airborne goes Kelly into Beasley. And then they're wrecking in front of him. And then he got wrecked in front of him over there. In turn number 2, John, there's more cars besides Beasley that wrecked.
I mean, man.
That man just got his salad tossed.
Oh, no.
Holy cow.
Oh, no.
Can you believe the impact in the wall that he just sustained there? Wow.
I'm sorry.
John, this is it. The race is official. It's over. It will finish under caution. And Comstock did exactly what he needed to do. I think he knew this was going to happen. Comstock is going to come to the line, my friend, and he is going to win his second win this year for the number 13, 7th in the point standings. He has not won since his first win at Pocono back on July 25th.
Wow. So a little bit of a drought, but he cleans that up now. I kind of feel bad for Beasley. I mean, that was nothing to do with him. That was Jose Medina down on the inside of Mike Kelly in that 2 car, and they just got together, and wow.
And there's more to that accident besides Mike Beasley flying through the air, hitting the wall, and destroying the whole front valence and the spindle on the car, the tire, the wheel, everything coming apart, like we mentioned. And by the way, John, we advertised that when we came on the air. So I'm glad we finally were able to show you that's the type of damage model that this car provides here now. But mind you, there's a lot more to that accident than just what happened to Mike Beasley. And congratulations to David Comstock, his second win this year.
Yeah,
and I would pretty much say he's locked himself into the championship 20.
I would guess so. Let's see where he was in points anyway.
I think our producers are trying to find the wreck after Beasley. Oh, okay. All right, understanding we're quickly going to go into post-race because John, Charles, and myself have to prepare in less than an hour's time for the next broadcast. As David Comstock, we do let him burn it down. Eat your heart out, Jason Aldean. He starts burning those tires down at start-finish and celebrating second win this year. And we love some donuts, too. David Comstock, yes, your winner. Chad Coleman, second. Edson, third. Glazier, fourth. Those 2 cars, man, we thought they were going to be in the hunt to win it. When it's all said and done, Falkenham, fifth. Mons, Henderson, Coleman, Ryan, and Robert Ferrari, the third, John. A top 10 run. And, man, I got to say something. Falkenham, finally somebody else on the podium besides him.
Well, it's been a while.
I mean that in no disrespect.
And Joey Chatina almost got himself one more top 10. Joey comes home at 11th. Kevin DeBrown, 12th. Ron Holyfield, 13th. Charles Woods, 14th. Jose Medina, 24 car, back there in 15th. Tyler Dalton, 16th. Bobby Woods, 17th. Scott Simley, 18th. Kevin England, 19th. And Andrew Teft in 20th.
21st will go to Byron Daly. Brian Workman, 22nd. Doug Roth, 23rd. Gerald Livingston, 24th. And Jose Gonzalez, the top 25. Arnold Ryan Beasley flying through the air. Mike Kelly, not R. Kelly, 29th. And Doug Sigmund, your top 30.
Coming home 31st, Mike Montezzi in the 6th car. Josh Parker, rough night for Josh in 32nd. Dwight Beverly, 33rd. 34th, Nelson Rivera. 35th, Randy Yoakum. 36th, Brian Macklin. We got, John Fowler there in 37th. Justin Fuller in 38th. Glenn Campbell, 39th. I don't think Glenn even started the race, did he? No, he did not. Okay, that's it.
And that is the way it ended. When it was all said and done, I believe there was 4 caution flags. 3 that causing overtime. Yes, sir. 4 caution flags for 10
and they
laps.
all came to 10 laps.
I was going to say that. Yes, you're exactly right. 4 caution flags from like 90 to 100. Correction, all the way to the finish of the race. We're going to go to shootout time is over. Double overtime done. And for the 4th time this year, also unable to finish to the checkered flag because of double overtime. We're going to talk to Comstock. We're back in a moment. iRacing on LSRTV. Comstock, Coleman, Edson, top 3. We got them next. Welcome back to Michigan and the SIM500 race. Final couple of races before the run to the playoffs back underway. Finished up here at Michigan, Watkins Glen, Daytona, all on the way. And the fight for the round of 20 continues. Another win this year. 2 wins now for David Comstock here, Pocono, and now Michigan. We'll talk to him in a moment. But first, let's grab third place finisher Trey Edson in the 7. One time or another, it looked like you were going to have a shot to win. And I know you got to be happy, Trey, because this is probably one of the best runs you've had this season.
Yeah, unfortunately it is. I hate to say that, but it is. Yeah, I'll take it. Tried a different strategy. It wasn't going to work because for some reason I was burning the tires up tonight. And then, I don't know, Chad and them noticed it, but I was a turd down the straightaway. So don't know what I got with my pedals going on, but I'd be full mash and people would still get huge runs on me. So got to figure that out.
Well, Trey, it's always great talking to you, buddy. We got to wrap up quickly to prepare for the next race, but before I let you go, thank your sponsors. Yep,
absolutely. Personal Comfort, visit personalcomfortbed.com. It's very similar to Sleep Number mattresses, but it's 60% cheaper. So head over there and check it out.
Trey Edson, third place. That's the driver of the number 7. And, of course, that driver, we'll keep an eye on him. He's not done yet. Runner-up of the race now is second place, and John Muschin is down pit side with him.
I have indeed caught up with bad Chad Coleman. Chad, brother, great run tonight. At one point, looked like you might have something for that leader. Talk about your run, man.
Yeah, like always, we sucked in qualifying. And drove up through there pretty good, played some different strategy, and it worked out. Right there at the end, caught a caution that we needed because I wasn't going to get much further than probably 4th. So, but worked out. So the only thing I can say other than that is congrats to David. Good race.
Well, I do have a bone to pick with you, though, man. What's this nonsense about, oh, we can only go 25 laps, man, then the tires give up. Man, y'all went like 50 laps, dude. What was that all about? How'd it go?
Oh, after 25, the tires were dead. After that, we were just who wore them out the worst.
I hear you. Well, look, man, thank you, sponsors, real quick.
Yeah, I got to thank Michael Sharp Racing, Tap Out Tuning, and everybody here with SIM500, Joey Gatina, everybody that has anything to do with the league, and all the admins.
Well, there, folks. Second place, bad Chad Coleman, that 38 car, Tap Out Tuning. Looked great tonight. Might have had a shot at the win, I think, if we had gone green all the way, but not quite to get it. Well, hey, I hear that Wesley Outland has caught up with our Victor tonight in Victory Lane. Get what I said there. Chad, thank you for your time, buddy.
Yeah, thanks, man.
At the end of 200 miles and double overtime, it's in Victory Lane for the number 13 of David Comstock of the Monster Energy entry. It is his second win this year. I ask you this question, David. Is this race more special than Pocono, or is it the same, your take of tonight's victory?
This one definitely, I had to grab the balls of the bull here and go and get it. So I saw that gap off of 2 on that I think it was a third or second to last restart where I got the lead, and I saw the gap and had a momentum. And if I didn't go for it, that wasn't going to be race winning move if I didn't go for anything but that. So definitely that was an earned win. I mean, not that Pocono wasn't, because I still had to work to do the strategy I needed to get to that victory. But this one was definitely like nuts up on the dash and go and drive it out there.
I think what he was meaning to say, sometimes you got to grab the bull by the balls for sure to get around this race here tonight at Michigan. David, I do got to say something, David. Did you play me and John? Did you play us tonight? Because we were told, and not per se you, but we were told the car's going to be horrible. They're going to be crashing. They're going to be wrecking. They're going to be busting tires.
It seemed like
play us?
I mean, it seemed like it in practice. We were all out. I mean, we were kind of brawling, not as hard as in race. I think in race we kind of like we all did the like A and B testing and stuff a little bit, and kind of like, okay, you can't really just go and just try to hot lap this thing and just go and try to just keep side drafting each other and tossing in the corner, because you just kill the right front after, like Chad said, about like 25 laps, and it's just whoever wore their stuff out the worst. So it's just, it was definitely, it was not only just a field management to get to halfway for those of us that were trying to do just a one-stop strategy, but it was, at the same time, tire strategy too, just to conserve that right front. And those that did it better. You saw Nelson there before he pitted. He sailed off about 2 seconds from the whole field. So it all depended on how you drove it. And some of us, we did better than others.
Well, David, congratulations to you, buddy. Before I do let you go, thank your sponsors. Congratulations again, closing second win this year.
Thanks. Thanks to Monster Energy. Thanks to everybody at Team Name and all the admins that run SIM500 in this league. If you guys want to, anybody out there listening, want to join this fun, sim500.com, go sign up.
David Comstock becomes now a two-time winner this year. Still got about 4 or 5 races to go before he can catch Daniel Falkingham. Highly doubtful before we reach the playoffs. But, again, a big win for David Comstock. All right, Nathan, did you have fun?
Yes.
Your closing thoughts, buddy?
I had really fun.
You enjoyed it. All right.
Yes.
John, take us home. As always, man, your final thoughts of everything. A good race, and Michigan did not disappoint.
Michigan did not disappoint, but these guys are going to have their hands full next week at Watkins Glen.
Yes.
I'm calling it now. I think we're going to see a first-time winner next week.
Spicy.
I do.
It's going to be very spicy.
Yes,
left
I do.
and right-hand turns
Yep.
and so much more.
It's going to be
well,
fun,
ladies
man.
and gentlemen, that's going to do it tonight for Sim500. Hey, stick around. Less than 35 minutes from right now, we're right back in the broadcast chair. John Muschin and myself with coverage of the Northwest Racing Series from Richmond Raceway. Hopefully you can get yourself prepared for that one. We are going to step away. Grab something to eat, John, because I am. 30 minutes. We're back with simulcast coverage. It's peanut butter jelly time. Nathan, you like that song?
Yes.
Yes. Peanut butter jelly with a baseball bat. Anyhow, it's a good one. For everybody at Rocket Media, Live Sim Racing TV, and iRacing. For Charles Wooten in production, Jeff Stabnow. For John Muschin, I'm Wesley Outland, along with my son Nathan. We're back in about a half an hour. And congratulations to David Comstock. Winner tonight at Michigan. We'll do it at the Glen next Monday.